Good morning, day 152, back on trail. And I'm gonna look at, see what time is it? It is 8:30-ish, 8:40, 8:45, 15 till 9. So plan on doing just a hair over 15 miles a day to get to a shelter, skipping 2 shelters. And it's supposed to be a lot of ups and downs. Had a couple of dogs running the video there, but got water behind me. So yeah, man, I'm nervous. It's cloudy right now. Chance of rain only later tonight, according to the weather report. But pretty strong chance of rain tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be like one of the longest, hardest days. So tomorrow is going to be kind of sucky. But there's not a single sunny day predicted this week. It's just really unfortunate. But so I got a lot of nervousness about it. It's a long stretch for me to go to be on the trail without benefit of a town or a hostel, and with the weather, bad weather, it's like, ugh, I really don't want to do this, but I'm anxious to get it over with too. A lot of people say this is just real pretty, slow down and enjoy it. So just got to do my best to do that and keep a positive attitude. I'm just there's just no one on the trail with me that I've hiked with before, so hopefully I'll make some new friends and that'll make it easier. So okay, let's get on down. All right, the AT came out here and continues on through there somehow, I think, but this is a nice little gorge area, Little Wilson Falls. Yeah, here's a better view of this gorge through the opposite bank in the waterfall. All right, I have made it to Long Pond Stream Lean-to. I passed 2 lean-tos to get here. Time is 3:38 and off pace, man. I should have been here at 3 to do about a 2.5 mile an hour pace, and I started off that way, but man, my heel is killing me. Yeah, this what I think is bursitis in my left heel. I iced it during my 0 day yesterday, and even the night before that. I iced it quite a bit repeatedly, hoping it would be better today. It's worse. It's excruciating, and I'm gonna have to limp my way through this 100-mile wilderness. So the idea of limping for 100 miles is not very appealing. Tomorrow's going to be a big day too, in length and elevation changes, and it's going to suck because it's going to rain. I hate to do that on this sore heel. But icing, I don't know. Icing obviously didn't do very good. Didn't do what I'd hoped it would do, and ibuprofen isn't doing anything either. And ibuprofen is all I have. I think Tylenol might have worked a little better. Anyway, I'm hoping water shows up here tonight. I'm the only one here. And there's no bubble to speak of. So there was 2 guys that left the hostel before me. I passed them on the trail. They passed me again. They're going on to the next shelter. It's only a little over 4 miles up. At 3:30, I'm tempted to press on. It would take me another hour and a half to get there. But I'm going to stay here and try to do the 20 plus tomorrow. God help me. Yeah, the next shelter, it's 4/10 off trail, so it's kind of a pain to get to. Well, I guess that's going to be it. I'm sure some other people will show up. I think water will show up tonight. So if you don't hear from me again, this is Wagner von Vanderweg. Good night. Good morning. It is day 153, and I'm leaving Long Pond Stream Shelter. It is 8:06. It's later than I wanted to do because I got 20.8 miles of hard terrain today. This is going to be my hardest day, and it's going to be a rainy day. Man, it poured down rain all last night, And we got a break in the weather right now, but it's going to rain again this afternoon, real high chance. But I'm getting a later start than I wanted to because I was just bragging to Water in the shelter. He showed up last night. About how my shoes have held up. And I picked up my right shoe, put it on, and there was a big rip in the side. It ripped out, didn't hold. So I had just sent my 3.5s home at Shaw's Hostel. Just bounced them. Well, I bounced them up to Millinocket because I thought these shoes would last. And here they didn't last the first day in the 100-mile wilderness. So it was really disappointing. So I spent time to try to sew them up like I did the one repair last week that's held up really nice. And so I took the time to sew them up, super glue the threads, and hopefully they'll get me through the 100-mile wilderness. So that's why I'm getting a little bit of a later start than I wanted to. I want to be out by 7:30 because I know I'm going to have to go slow. It's tough terrain, and I know my heel is going to hurt again today, so I'm going to have to go slow for that. Other than that, everything's peachy. See you later. So the first big climb for the day is up to Barren Mountain, but first we come kind of halfway to Barren Ledges, and this is a viewpoint. Very nice. You see the clouds are lifting, and we got some nice views peeking out there. But it's going to be a nice day until the clouds move in late this afternoon, and then rain. All right, I made it to the top of Barren Mountain, and there's what's left of a fire tower here. Little tiny peak of a view through there, but we're up here almost above tree line in the Krumholtz, I think they call it, and it's socked in with clouds again over here, so not much to see. All right, I made it to the summit of the Chairbacks 4th Mountain, and it's obscured by trees here, the view, but there's a little bit of one. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, I've made it to the Chairbacks 3rd peak, what they call Monument Cliffs. Nice. All the fog in the valley's cleared off. Weather's holding. A lot of lakes and stuff in Maine. Lakes and ponds. There's a 4th peak, I'm pretty sure, from whence I came. It is exactly 2 o'clock, and I am leaving the Chairbacks Gap shelter. It's the second shelter of the day. I got 10 miles almost exactly to get to the Carl Newhall shelter where I'll be spending the night. So, can I get there in 4 hours, 6 p.m.? That's late. So far I haven't seen anybody else on the trail that I think might be wanting to stay in that shelter. So, but they would be ahead of me at this point anyhow. So, keeping my fingers crossed. It's supposed to be a pretty nice shelter. There is supposed to be also trail magic before I get there. So, depending on the trail magic, it'll be after 6:30 before I get to the shelter. But I'm going to try to hit the trail magic and keep going. I certainly don't need any food. What I need is a leaf or an naproxen. I figured out that I think I took my last leaf, and my heel has been doing much better today. I think it responds to naproxen much better than whatever Motrin is. That's what I took yesterday, and it hurt like the dickens. So anyway, that's that. Bye. Here's the view from the summit of Chairbacks Mountain. I came from there. AT continues on here. It's rocky and rooty. Slow going. I don't think I'm gonna make 2.5 miles an hour. It's kind of downhill from here, but it's looks like it's gonna be a typical Maine trail. Yeah, that's a trail coming down from Chairbacks Mountain. And this is it. You see the sign there? There's the blazes. Yeah, I'll be lucky to get to that shelter by 7. Well, I had a couple of southbounders tell me about this. And this is also something that Feather Blue mentioned. I think it's Friends of Feather Blue. I was with Feather Blue starting off in that first mile. I think Water is still hiking with Feather Blue and her friend. But Burgers and Dogs is 15 till 4. I'm interested to see if they have any naproxen. I'll leave. And here we have most unexpected trail magic. Rare nowadays. Courtesy of... How
you doing? I'm
Ron. Corey.
That's Z.
Z. Well, I left that trail magic about half an hour ago, and so far the trail's been pretty kind. I had to ford that river, and you're supposed to wade across it, but I probably spent more time than I should have and went downstream a little bit, upstream, and found a place to rock hop. Then I had to bushwhack my way back to the trail. But anyway, I'm making good time. So I was there for quite a while, 45 minutes at Trail Magic, thereabouts. Left at 4:30, 5.4 miles from that point to get to the shelter. So as long as the trail stays fast, I can be there in 2 hours, 6:30. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna stay fast or not. We'll see. Good news is I don't have to worry about dinner, I don't think. I had a hamburger and a hot dog and a bunch of snacks. Another reason I was there for so long is that the skies opened up shortly after I got there, and it rained pretty hard. And you can tell it's pretty gray still, but at least it stopped raining. Hopefully the rain will continue to hold off, so I escaped the worst of it. Had to start off with my umbrella though. And the guy hosting the Magic, he Thru-Hiked in 2019. He said that I shouldn't have any trouble at all having a berth at the Carl Newhall shelter based on his experience and the people that he's seen today. They've only seen a handful of hikers, and no one going northbound here recently that would be staying there at that shelter. So I may be the only one there. We'll see. All right, I got to the Carl Newhall shelter here behind me about 20 till 7. And I got the very last spot. It's rated for 6, and I got the very last spot in there. There were 5 other people in there. It's not good. It just stopped raining. The last video clip I did, right after that, the skies opened up, and I had my umbrella for almost 5 miles. And it just took forever. I'm gonna go down to the creek now and wash the mud off my legs. You know, it's getting dark. It's 7 o'clock. It's a little after 7 already, and I'm not even gonna eat dinner. It's too late. So that's it. This is Wagner von Vonderweg. Gute Nacht.